again, the general part is a bit too non-trivial. So if anyone can get it, I would like, even I would be pretty amazed. So yeah, so definitely go for it. Yeah, hi Jaran, I think you can now continue as we would just get carried away with the discussion.
Yeah, okay, I'll start sharing my screen.
Yeah. Also, can you just turn on your camera if possible?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can see me, right?
Yes, we can see you, Haricharan.
Okay, you can see my screen as well.
Yeah, we can see your screen as well. Sure.
Okay, so hello everyone, I am Haricharan. Today we'll be seeing about Codeforces contest and other similar platforms where we can solve problems and give contests. So this is the Codeforces homepage. So like if you are starting with Codeforces, like you can see a lot of things here and it will be a bit confusing and also it will be a bit fearful. Like what are all these? Like I don't know much of these and it's a bit scary like in the initial times like when you see a lot of things happening if you even scroll a bit like you'll see a lot of things all this tagging and all these blogs these upwards downwards and it'll be a bit confusing so that is something like everybody faces like even I don't know a lot of things like this ADU API calendar help like even I haven't ever used this and I don't even know what are they so like it's basically for everybody and it's fine like we'll slowly get used to the platform over time as we solve problems and give contest so like today we'll be seeing a few things about this platform so the rating thing you all know like what is the rating division and div 1 div 2 div 3 most of you know about it and groups also like you are in the programming club group so like most of the people are aware of groups and problem set also like you are solving problems and like you are aware of problem set so today we'll be focusing on these three mostly like the top and contest and gym so I'll be talking about contest and my co-cod Ayush will follow with the top and gym also, coming to contest, like we'll be doing a small virtual contest on Code Forces, and later on, like we'll see what are other platforms available on the internet where we can practice problems and give contest. So this is the contest tab. So if you can see here, like on the top, you'll be having all the current and upcoming contests. These are the upcoming contests currently, and if you go a bit down, you can see the past contests. So here we can give a contest virtually. So this virtual contest thing is one of the amazing feature that Codeforces provides. Like not many platforms provide this. Like I haven't seen any other platform where you can virtually participate in a contest. Like this is one of the best thing that Codeforces offers. So like what is what's called contest is like if you have for some reasons missed a round or you couldn't give the rounds so due to some other reasons like you have some assignment or like you are not free that time like you can give the contest virtually like it will be exactly like the original contest but the only difference is like it will not be rated for you that's the only difference between virtual contest and the normal contest like one more good thing about the virtual contest is like as you are giving the contest you can see the standings like if you are 30 minutes past in the virtual contest, you can see the standings are in the real contest or what happened in the real contest exactly after 30 minutes. So that is one nice thing about Codeforces virtual contest. So like now we'll be just doing a small virtual contest and see how it goes. Actually, I have attempted all these contests live. So like if I do this contest virtually, it seems that Codeforces like is not showing me the correct data. Like actually I did a trail before this session and it didn't go well. Like I couldn't see the standings properly and all. So for this session only, I had created a temporary account and like here we'll be doing the virtual contest. So this is the recent contest. Like this was actually yesterday, and so basically you can just enter here, and here we can just start the virtual contest. So I'm starting it. So like one more thing about virtual contest is like we can also give it as a team. Like generally most contests on Code Forces are only we can only give as an individual participant, but here in a virtual contest you can participate also as a team. Here you can also choose the time when we'll starting the virtual contest. Like generally it's rounded off to the closest five multiple, but we can always change it. Like I'm just putting 36 for now. And so it will start in 5 seconds. So like if you see, like it will pretty much look same as the original contest only, like the all the tabs and all the timer, everything will be pretty much same as the original contest, and even the standings, like it will update as time passes. So that is one nice thing. So I think like most of you have like given a contest on Monday, like the SPC one. So like you must be aware of all these things, like have to submit the code and like have to check my submissions and have to see the verdict standings and custom invocation and all. So like I'm just skipping that for now. So we'll just see like the first problem. So actually gave this round, so I already have this coded and all. So I'll just simply submit it. So as you have seen, like to submit the code, what I did, I just went here and I copy pasted my code. But here we have like we can do it pretty easily actually. Like here, if we see, we can see a choose file option. So I can just choose file and I can simply search for that file on my computer and I can simply select it. Actually, like this is one nice thing. And for this, I actually use two extensions. These are called Competitive Companion and CF Predictor. So Competitive Companion, just actually this is an extension like which you can use in VS Code only. So if you are using code blocks or some other IDE, I'm not sure if you can use this, but this is available in VS Code only. So like this is one good extension. Like you can simply add it here. I just like had added it already, so I'm not just doing anything here. Actually, to install it, like oh wait, okay, I chose the wrong compiler here. Like just leave it for now. So basically, I can just go here and actually I'll have a plus here. Since I'm in incognito mode, I'm not able to see it, but I'll just show you once. Actually, I can see a plus like this here, and if I go to there and just show, just a minute. So this is problem I did not attempt right. So if you just go here and click the plus button and wait for some time, I can see here like it will ask me for language, and if I click on CPP, the extension automatically creates a file with the problem name. So this problem is F jumping around. So it creates a .cpp file with this name. So I can actually code it here, and simply while submitting, I just do choose file and I'll just click here choose file and I'll search for that problem and I'll simply do it. Like this actually saves like not a lot of time, maybe just save 2 minutes, but it's actually hassle free. Like here you have to go to a new tab and you have to paste your code, and basically even while pasting sometimes we'll be missing out one or two lines. Like even I did this during a contest, like I forgot to like while copying my code, what I did was like I missed this down closing bracket and it gave compilation error. So luckily for compilation error, like we will not get a penalty, but for some case if I missed the whole method or something like that, like sometimes we may get wrong answer all, and such kind of things can happen. So I chose this one. Like I simply create a file and I'll simply choose file and I'll search for that problem name and I'll directly submit it. So this is one good extension I use, and the other extension I use is called CF Predictor. So you can simply Google it. So you'll get it here, CF Predictor. Like it's on the Chrome Web Store. So you can simply add it to your browser here. And like one good thing, like what this does is if I go to the standings, uh, it will take 1 minute or two to load. Actually, it will show me the predicted rating change. So if you see here, like the prediction, like it shows a new, like if you see in your browser, like you won't be having this delta thing. So here it will show you the predicted rating change for every participant. Like it's the one more thing good about this is like it predicts the rating change of every participant giving that contest. Like Even if you go to common standings and see, like you can see the predicted rating change for each participant. So like it's not like only you can see your own rating change, but you can see everybody. So that is one more good thing about the CF predictor. But this is something like both good and bad. Like in some contests, like if you see plus here and like you'll be motivated to quickly solve more problems. And sometimes if you see minus there, like it will be a demotivating. So it's both good and bad for you. But I think most people use it because it is a very nice extension. Like it's not on, it doesn't, it not only works after the contest, but even during the contest, you can see the predicted rating change. Like it basically does some calculation based on this rank and all. I'm not exactly sure how it does, but if the rating is somewhere 1200 and 1300 or above, it predicts the rating pretty much accurately. Like it shows 155 plus for me, and it will mostly be plus or minus 5. Like it would be somewhere between plus 150 and plus 160. So it's very much accurate, and it's also like it also shows the predicted rating change during the contest. So like most of the people use it, and it's a very nice extension. So these both extensions I regularly use. And this competitive like this CF predictor, you can simply go to Chrome Web Store and simply add it. But competitive companion, like I said, you need to have VS Code, and to install it, there is a bit more process. Like you need to add to the Chrome Web Store, and you also have to do some more things in VS Code. So like maybe that you can just Google, and you'll find a lot of YouTube videos and web pages where you can see and understand. So if you have any problem installing it, you can just reach out to any of us, so we'll help you. So these are two helpful extensions. And one more thing is this is called Coder Calendar. So like you can simply similarly go to the Chrome store and simply add it here. So what it is basically, it shows the upcoming contest across all platforms. Like if you can see, if I click here, this is basically the extension symbol. If I click here, you can see like the ad coder beginner contest, VK Cup, code forces. So it shows all the upcoming contests, and like it's not only one platform, like it shows the upcoming contest across all the platforms. So like most people give platforms on CodeChef and Code Forces, and also there will be people who will be giving on LeetCode and all. So basically, you can actually see like which contest is on which day. Like if I go to the Code Forces contest page, I'll see the contest only on Code Forces. But here I'll be able to see all the platforms. Also, there is one more feature. You can actually check what all platforms you wanted it to show. So I selected CodeChef and Code Forces, and also at Quadrixin. So remaining, I never gave contest actually. I only mostly give contest on Code Forces. So and CodeChef. So I have both of them checked. So you can simply choose which all you wanted to show here. So this is also one good extension you can use. Also, there is a website called clist.by, and oh, okay, I mistyped it. So even here you can see like all the upcoming contests and all like that are happening across various platforms. So this is also one helpful thing. Like you'll basically have everything at one place. Like you can actually see what are the upcoming contests, and according to that you can plan your things or whatever other works you have. So this is how a virtual contest looks on coaches. So if code forces, so if you see the standings, uh, basically just a minute. You see it updates with the time. So like by now these many people solve the problem, and like like the contest has passed 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, this is the standing of this contest of all the people. So basically you can see that also. Like actually I don't have any friends on this account, so if I have friends, I can even see friend standings also here. So at this time, who solved which problem and who is trying which problem, all that you can see. So that is one nice thing about virtual contest. So like about code forces, that's also we'll see what are the other platforms that are there similar to code forces where we can practice problems and give contests. So One thing is Google Kickstart. So this is organized by Google, and if you go to competitions with google.com, so like Google every year organizes three contests actually. Google Kickstart, Google CodeJam, and Google Hashcode. Like these are very famous competitions, and actually, like CodeJam and Hashcode, like have a very huge amount of prizes and a lot of competition actually.
Harithan, you are on mute. Can you just unmute once? I did that by mistake. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
okay, it's okay, it's okay. Like, did I stop? Like,
No, it was just for the last minute, last second.
okay, okay, then it's fine. So every year Google organizes these three competitions: Google Kickstart, Google CodeJam, and Google Hashcode. So these are very famous competitions, and they have a lot of competition. Even they also have a lot of prize money. So like many people give it. So mostly Kickstart is generally for beginners. So like in this session, we'll be seeing only Kickstart. Like we'll not be seeing about CodeJam and Hashcode. Like, they're a bit difficult, and also like they're not beginner focused. Like Kickstart is just for beginners. So like if you even see the name, it's Kickstart. So like it's specifically for beginners and college students. So like we'll see that. So if you go to the Kickstart homepage, it looks like this, and here you can see the schedule. And every year Kickstart has 8 rounds, like A, B, C up to H. It has 8 rounds, and these 8 rounds will be distributed over the year, like from January to December. Like they'll be evenly distributed over the year. So this year, like already 4 were completed, and like 4 are yet to come. So like here you can see the schedule, and here you can see the rules, FAQ, and if you go to archive, you can see the previous year problems. Like archives is like where Google keeps all its previous year problems, so you can like practice them. So if I go to Kickstart 2021, so until now 4 rounds I have completed. So I have given only this round, round C, and like you'll just see this one. So like generally it'll have only 4 problems in general. Like I've never seen lesser or more, and like uh, Google Kickstart problems are a bit different from Code Forces problems. Like in Code Forces problems, it's like you either get full points for the problem or you get zero. Like the points vary with time. That is another thing. But like you either solve it completely or you don't solve it. But Google Kickstart problem are a bit different. Like each problem has different subtasks. Like if you see here, there is test set one and test set two. Test set two. So like test set one generally will have a smaller constraint, and test set two will be having a larger constraints. So generally, like one will be having some fewer points, and test set two will be having more number of points. So like the thing is, like if your code passes at least this smaller test cases, like you'll not be given 0 points, but you'll be getting at least some points. But in code forces, that is not the case. Like you either solve it or you don't solve it. You might have noticed that in code forces there will be like a easy version to the problem and a hard version to the problem. So this is something similar to it, but both the easy and hard version are combined into a single problem, and each one will have certain number of points. So this is about that. And like if you see, I have made 2 submissions here. Like first time I passed only one test and I got some number of points, and in my second attempt I passed both. So I got the total score for the problem. So one more thing is we can also see how much percentage like did how many test cases. So we see like 31% failed both the tests, and here 12% solved for test set one, and 22% solved for test set two. So like we can actually see what's the status of every question here, and we can judge the difficulty by that. And actually generally there will be an increasing difficulty, but somehow this round problem B was easier than A, and it's pretty clear that you can see like many people did B when compared to A. So even here you can make friends and all. You can just go down and you can just search for their ID and just star them. If you star them, they'll be visible in your friends list. And to see your friends list, you can just go to here and you can just click on following. So you'll just see your friends list and their ranking and all. So it's similar to Codeforces. Like more or less, it is similar to Codeforces. So that is about Google Kickstart. And so yeah, you can just go here and you have to register here. I have already registered. So it shows me a tick mark. For you, it will be something different, and it will ask for some details like address, and it will ask many details. I don't know why, but maybe for the price distribution and all. But it asks quite many details, and like you just need to fill them all. And like you can attempt this just like another Codeforces contest. You can just see the timing of that contest, and like you can simply come then and you can attempt it. Also, like we can uh, do the previous problems. You can just go there and we can practice previous rounds also. But one thing about this is it won't show the test cases where our code is failing. Like if you see Codeforces in practice mode, we can see the test cases where our code is failing. Like if you just click on there and like go down, we can see the what our answer is code, what our code is giving, and like what's the actual answer, and we can understand where our code is doing a mistake. But I don't know why, but like Google doesn't show where our code got wrong. Like even even like during the contest or even in practice mode, you can't see the test cases where your code is failing. So that is that is one difference between Codeforces and Google Kickstart. And also here you can't attempt a round virtually or something like that. If you want, you can just attempt the problems, but you can't attempt the round virtually. So that is the difference between Google Kickstart and Codeforces. Like I said, virtual contest is something which only Codeforces provides, and not quite many platforms don't provide that feature. I don't know why. Maybe it's a bit difficult to implement that and all. That's why like most platforms don't provide that feature. But that is one good thing about Codeforces. So that is about Google Kickstart and
Just one
uh,
thing, Chiral. So,
yeah,
like one good thing about Kickstart is like Google really considers your performance in Kickstart and like all its contests. So, like Google has taken this initiative about Kickstart, CodeGem, and Hashcode because he wants to like pick up talent from all the places in the world. So, like if you perform really good in either of the Google's contest, he like it really considers you as a valid candidate for a position in the company. So if you get a good rank in Kickstart or any other Google contest, like Google even sends invitations to you to come to coding interviews and come to its like come for its internship and placement interviews. Yeah, like this is just one thing that Google matters the performance you had in the Google contest. Like it's pretty obvious, but I just wanted to clarify that. Yeah, Ethan, you can go ahead.
yeah, I was actually about to say that, and
Oh,
you,
okay. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. You were just ending it out, so I just said that.
yeah. So
Okay,
actually,
okay.
that's all. And from now on, like Ayush will continue, and like he'll be explaining about CodeChef, and then he'll continue about the other two tabs on Codeforces homepage. This top and the gym. Like he'll be explaining about those. So I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, hello all. So this is Ayush Tiwari and I'm also coordinator at Programming Club. So let me share my screen now.
Yeah. Ayush, can you also turn on your camera if possible?
Yeah, I need to connect the webcam now, but due to some issue, it was not configuring.
Oh, okay. So you are not able to turn on.
No. I need
Okay.
to I need to bring the external
You
camera.
are you were searching for the solution to the problem, but okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll start with CodeChef. So CodeChef is also a competitive coding platform, just like Codeforces, but like it is like collaborated with an academy. So many of the Codeforces things are like sponsored by an academy, and also you'll get some like solutions and all, and some courses from an academy with this CodeChef also. So here you can see that this is my profile, and like inside this complete tab, you can see all of the current coding contests that are going on and also the upcoming coding contest here. So we have broadly, we have three kind of contests here, either cook off or lunchtime or long challenge. So long challenge is like the most popular one. So you get around 10 days to complete for that and around 7-8 questions for that. So the ranking system inside here is like, let me show you a long challenge. So this is the like upcoming August long challenge for like the three divisions we have: Division 3, Division 2, and Division 1. So we can participate in these challenges, and these challenges last for around 10 days. And then comes the cook-off challenges. So cook-off challenges are 2.5 hours, so 2.5 hours challenges. So these are like slightly smaller challenges, and there are some time constraint if you give these challenges. And the third one is the lunchtime. So for example, you'll see July lunchtime here. So these are 3 hours challenges. They are also similar to the cook-off challenges in CodeChef. And here you can, as I told you, that you can see all of the upcoming contest here and other things also here. So let's explore this thing. So this is a tab where you can see all of the ratings and discover all of the users here. So for example, if I can put my college here. So I'll be able to view like all of the users inside my college here. And then like here is my account. So you can have all of the things here. Here you can view the performances over the account or over the like past challenges and your country rank and global rank. And here you can see the recent activity that you had. And like under the discussion forum, you can have you can see this CodeChef blogs. So basically these blogs have all the new things coming into CodeChef and around things like some contest or stuff like that. And also you can have this learning thing also. You have this series like data structure series and all, and you can view the problem statements here. So these are all the problems that you can just start off with. So this is the problem statement, and if you want to submit the solution, you can just either do it in an external ID and paste the code here, or also you can do it here also. And as you can see, against each problem, we are having some successful submissions and accuracy. So accuracy is the percentage of users that were able to complete this problem, and these were the solutions that were completely accepted. So CodeChef has like two kind of test cases given. So one test cases are generally they have a lower like time constraint, and like the values of variables are actually lower. So there you can, so those are pretty easy to solve. And the other, and generally they contain around 20 or 30 points to a problem out of 100 points. And the other thing is other are the original time constraint and like original limits for the variables, and those are somewhat difficult to solve, and it's not like might always that you'll be able to successfully submit the problem. And also CodeChef doesn't show the solutions of other user, and like CodeChef doesn't allow you to see that where you made the mistake. Like if you miss some test case, then you won't be able to see them in CodeChef. But in Codeforces, you are able to see the test case that your code failed in. So that is an advantage of Codeforces over CodeChef. So now let's go to Codeforces. So as you can see, there are some tabs that you might not be familiar with: this home tab and this top tab, this gym and this groups. So let's start with the group. You might have seen this group before as well, because you were all invited to this programming club group. So I'm also invited here. So groups are basically just the group, as the name suggests, you can have some people and you can arrange some custom contest within yourself. And the groups may be private or public. So if you are having a private group, like the programming club is private group, so only the invited members, those who are invited by managers or or the owner of the group itself, those only can take part in this contest. And like as Haricharan told you, we can virtually participate in any contest. So you can make this contest here. I can view all the members. And generally the other members are like participating members, and some of them are managers. So managers can control who are going to, like, who can enter this group and all. So this is group, and the other kind of groups that we have are like public groups like this. So these public groups also have some like similar contest, and but the thing is that anyone can actually enter in these contests. So these groups are like can be useful if you want to have some more problems other than problem set, or if you want to like practice a particular topic and you want some like some of your friends, you might collect some problems and then make a group, and then you can use it to practice the problems. And here inside this gym, it is also similar to groups. We are also having some it's an easier way to make contest, and we can like participate in this contest just as same. So, but the thing is that to make a gym, we need to have some constraint towards the rating. If something you have over 2000 rating points, then you can make your own gym. Otherwise, you can't. And there's mashups. So you can also make custom contests here inside this mashup. So if you want to create your own problem, there is a platform called Polygon. From there, you can make your own problem and then bring those problem to CodeChef inside this mashup platform. So usually you'll get an option here to create your own mashup if you are rated. So currently I'm unrated in Codeforces. So I am not given an option to create a new mashup. And now coming to this home section. So inside this, you can see like lots of articles and blogs. So for example, you can see this Codeforces around 732. So this is an invitation for you, and you can like all of the contests that happen, you will get notified through this, and you can like join this contest from this only. And inside the top also, you'll be able to see the recent and the most viewed, like the most reacted blogs from Codeforces. So inside this post, I have like the recent blogs that were made to Codeforces. So as I can see, like it also contains some editorials to that contains a approach for a particular problem. Like I can see this 1546 problem and this Aquamoon in 2 arrays, and I'm having some approach to this problem. Like I can view this solution also. So this can be useful if you try it by yourself after seeing the approach, or if you are unable, then you can just see the solution and try to understand the problem. And like this, so we are also able to see like the other blogs as well. Like some are based on something, and this only depends on the contest, and then some more contests and some solutions to it. So like you can see like various kind of vlogs that people post here. Like this questions from Google online coding test. So that might be useful for useful in case of like if you want to see the solutions to some contest and all. Now similarly, you can see the top comments here. You can let's see. So some of the comments that you can see here. And also you can create your own blog, and like people can react on it. Like you can either like upvote, downvote, or you can comment on that. And here I also have this recent actions tab. So inside this we'll have some recent blogs that were made or recent comments and all. So as I can see, so this was something that was on around 30 minutes ago. So from there also I can discover the most recent blogs. Yeah, so that's the working end now. And now like me and Haricharan are open for any questions.
If you want to ask any question regarding like contest, Codeforces, some other platform, you can go on. Ask. You can either raise your hand or ask it on chat. I guess there were a few questions earlier as well, but you can ask it again. Yeah. Ayush, there is a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were asking about the numbers below a plus, right? So if it's a
Oh,
plus, it means the problem was submitted in the first attempt. If it's a plus one, it means like you had one wrong attempt. Like that wrong attempt can be anything. Like it can be a time limit exceeded, or it can be memory limit exceeded, or it can be a wrong answer. So then you'll be it shows plus one. And if you made two wrong attempts, it will show plus two. If you had three wrong attempts, it will show plus three and all. So sometimes it will be showing minus one and minus two. Minus one means like you had a wrong attempt and you haven't solved the problem yet. Minus two means you had two wrong attempts and it hadn't. Okay, so minus two means you submitted wrong code twice and you hadn't submitted the right code yet. So that's it.
You got that, Kishore, right?
Oh, I think they aren't given mic access.
They can write okay in the chat. What does contribution represent in Codeforces?
Okay.
Haritharan, there is a question here.
Yeah, so contribution is basically I'll just share screen. Maybe that will be. Oh, you can see my screen, right? Hello.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Okay, so why is Codeforces slow? Yeah. So this user AWOO. Okay, I don't have to spell it. So if you see, like he had 2 plus 285. Like this block had 285 upwards. So like the more upwards a person gets, like his contribution will be increasing. So if you see, if we go to his profile page, uh, it seems the Codeforces is a bit slow right now. So yeah, contribution is basically the more upvotes you get on blogs or comments or something like that, we'll be having positive contribution, and the more downvotes we get on comments or blogs, we'll be having negative contribution. So for that reason, even I have a bit of negative contribution actually. If you see here, I actually commented once and it got some downvotes. So since I got some downvotes, I'll be having some negative contribution, and I had this minus 3 contribution. So that's how it works. Like the more upvotes you get, you'll be having a positive contribution, and the more downvotes you get, like you'll be having the negative contribution. So that's it. So are there any questions that we missed somewhere?
Yeah, I guess Jigyasa, you got it right. What contributions are? You can just write okay in the chat if it's clear. Okay, I'm not sure maybe why, but okay. Does anyone have any other question? I think some people would be eager to start the game and all. If you have some question, you can ask it out.
Yeah, what I asked was what do the numbers below the plus denote, as in like the time kind of thing, like 0004, something like that.
Yeah, so when you are in a contest, the time below that denotes the time you took after the start of the contest to do that problem. You got it right? Like
Okay.
after the contest started, how much time you took to solve that particular problem. So suppose contest starts at 8 and you solve the first problem after say 15 minutes. So it would be 15:0015 below that problem. If you solve the second problem after 15 more minutes, it would be 0030 below that particular problem.
Oh, yeah, got
Is
that.
it clear now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not about the individual problems, it's about the total time. Because basically, if you see, Codeforces has no way to ensure how much time you gave on a particular problem. So it just measures it from the start. Okay. I'm not sure I got the logic, but I will try. Okay. Yeah, let's just like let this particular session end. So does anyone have other question regarding the thing, regarding the contest on Codeforces, CodeChef or Google contest? If you have anything, you can ask it out. Like probably this is the best time to ask any query regarding the thing. Okay, I guess if there are no more questions, we will move on to the game because like even people are excited and I am excited as well. So yeah, maybe Aditya, can you present your screen and show sideboard? That would be a bit more fun. Like I want to do some calculation to get the uh, optimal strategy, play the optimal strategy.
Okay,
So
okay.
why I can't share my screen.
Okay, okay, cool. I'll stream. I'll close
And
all such tabs in
congratulations
stream.
as well, Aditya, for becoming a master.
And thanks, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't expect that it'll become, but just happened.
yeah.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, we can see your screen and okay, we can see that you're master as well.
I had been refreshing and yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'll be drawing and you guys will be giving the values, right?
You can
Okay.
show the transition as well so that if people want to see the transition, they can. Okay, so who would like to start? You can just raise your hand. Anyone from the coordinators or the attendees? I hope the game is clear. Yeah, I hope the game is clear. There would be three piles. Like if you are able to crack three, we will go to four maybe. But yeah, initially there will be three piles. You can say any number for them, three distinct number for them greater than 10, and then we'll start the game. Okay, so Sukit has raised his hand. I guess there were a few other people as well. I'm not sure. I guess Kirti Babu was also sure. I'm not sure. Okay, Nishant, Kirti Babu, okay, they have raised hand. So let's start it out, then let's see. So Sukit, you can start. So don't say your strategy, but just say a few numbers. Let's play the game. Yeah. Sukit, you can unmute yourself.
Wait, what about the starting stones? Am I supposed to decide that? And the starting player?
Okay, let me decide it out. Okay. Yeah, like because you would say 000 or you would say something which has a pattern. Okay, let me just give it to you guys. If you say something in particular, then maybe we can change it. So Sukit, you can give any three numbers greater than 15 and three distinct numbers greater than 15.
Can I choose who will start?
Can you choose?
Can I choose who is going to start the game?
Yeah, you can choose all that. Three distinct numbers greater than 15. That's
Okay.
the only condition.
16, 17, 18.
Okay. And do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I'll start the game.
Okay. So just a minute. Yeah. Actually, I'm not verified my strategy for some time now. I'm just saying it. Just a minute. Um,
Wait, am I supposed to pick only from one pile or can I pick from both piles? Only one pile, right?
you can obviously pick from one pile, right? As I will make all the piles zero.
Okay, wait, now I don't know if I have a strategy.
Okay. You can try out maybe because even I'm not sure if my strategy will work. I'm just verifying my strategy. This should work, right? Hmm. Yeah, I guess this should probably work. Let's just see what's the scene. So I have my strategy prepared, but yeah, it might go wrong. I just want to say that.
Yeah,
So
but
maybe
okay,
you
but
have a
I'm not.
chance of winning as well.
Okay, maybe I'll start by picking 8 stones from 16.
Okay, so yeah, just a minute. There is the machine. Mm, oh, okay. Just a minute. Yep. Yeah, just a minute. Again, sorry for that. So okay, so I have been given 8, 17, and 18, right? Um, to make 8 to 3. Yeah. Hmm?
Okay. Wait just 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. Take your time.
$83. Yeah, I think I lost this.
I
Okay,
think
wait.
you just started it out, right? Like even I'm not sure how you're saying it so early, but because you are saying you might have some reasons. Okay, can you tell me
Okay,
why?
I'll take 8 stones from 18.
Okay, just a minute. Now I won't take any time. So okay, you made 18 to 10, right? Uh,
Yeah.
yes, so now I will make. Oops. Uh, hmm. Just a minute. There's something wrong with my strategy.
Yeah, when I figured it out. Something was wrong with my strategy.
Okay. Um. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just yeah. Phew. So yes. Okay. I'm 317 and 10, right? 317 and 10. So I would make 17 to 9. Now I would not take time. Definitely. Yeah. Say what you want to say. What's your next move?
Okay, just 1 second. 1 0.
Neat lost today. If Sukhi does the right move.
Is it?
Okay, maybe not. Maybe not.
You can
Need to-
continue if you
Wait, just 1 second.
see, you can just note down this position, Aditya. Kirti Babu said, right? Like he can win from this position.
No. I take it back.
Okay.
So
Okay.
no one is sure which strategy is correct and everyone is doing something.
No, wait,
Yeah.
I lost this game, I think. Yeah. He wins it.
Okay. So you surrender here.
Yeah, I surrendered.
Okay. Okay. So your strategy was wrong, right? You agree to that?
Well, I think I made a mistake in the beginning, maybe.
Okay. So you want to play it again? I'm ready with that. Yeah. What do you want to do?
Wait, okay, 1 minute. Okay, maybe I'll let someone else play. I'll play the
Yeah.
next
Okay.
one.
Yeah. That's fine. So yeah, just a minute. So who should be next? Kirti, you can try it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try.
Yeah.
Should
Kirti,
I?
is it possible for you to turn your camera? That would make it a bit more fun.
Yeah. 1 minute. I'll just increase the lighting.
Yeah, sure. Also, people from the team can raise their
The
hand.
camera, the video option is disabled for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just a minute. I should allow that. Yeah, I think now you should be able to try it out.
Yeah, am I visible?
Just yeah. Now I can see you, Kirti. Yeah.
Okay. So should I like point out some points that I saw from the last round?
No, okay. Don't say anything. That would maybe spoil fun for someone else. So
Okay.
you can just say the starting numbers you
Let the
want.
same numbers be there. Let the same numbers be there.
15,
16,
16. Yeah, okay.
no,
Yeah,
16,
whatever.
17, 18.
Okay. Do you want to go or should I go?
I uh,
Like,
okay.
if you
I'll
have
go. I'll
okay,
go.
Okay, so what's your move?
Make 16 to 3.
Okay, so now it's my turn and I have 3, 17 and 18, right?
Yeah.
Okay, make 17 to 16.
Hmm.
So okay, I would just like to iterate on that as well. That like I said that right, every position is either winning or losing. So it happens to be the case that currently you are in a winning position.
Yeah.
So if you play optimally, you can win. If you play optimally.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to give the clue that this is a winning position.
Yeah, okay. Make 3 to 1.
Okay. Okay, so now it's my turn and I have 1, 16 and 18.
Yeah.
So make 18 to 17, Aditya. I would go with that. I'm sorry, Kirti, but you are now in a losing position.
Yeah.
But you can try to win.
Oh
According
yeah,
to me,
sheesh, I messed up my this thing. Yeah.
according to me, you are in losing
Yeah,
position.
yeah. I'm losing. I messed up my this thing.
You can try it out. Let's play the game. Let's end the game at
Okay.
least sometime.
Okay, so basically,
Just try to make some move.
see, whatever I do, you'll keep it consecutive to that number, except like if I don't touch the one. If I touch the one, you'll make that thing equal to that. So yeah, pretty much I lost. I messed up. Like I thought it's my turn and like I messed it up. So okay, let's finish it. Let's say 16 to 13.
Okay, if yeah, okay, let's finish it. So you'll make 16 to 13, right?
Yes.
17 to 12.
Okay, making it fancy, yeah.
No, actually, that turns out to be the winning condition. Like
Yes. 14 also will do.
14 would be losing.
14 would be losing.
Yeah, it
14.
turns out to be that.
Okay, why? Okay, fine. Let's say 13 to 3. We'll finish the game.
Make 13 to 3. Okay, so 1, 3, and 12, right?
Yeah.
1, 3, 2.
Hmm. Yeah. Let's go 3 to 1. Can you ask?
1, 1, 0. Make 2, 2, 0. Okay, I guess probably now, okay. It's,
Yeah. It's pretty much.
so, yeah, let's start again. Or do you want to start again? Or
No, let's give other people a chance. No, I'll just.
okay. Maybe you can just just rethink on
I'll
what.
evaluate. Yeah.
So, Sukir, are you ready? Do you want to play a game?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah. Also, can you also turn on your camera, like if it's possible?
Yeah, just 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Sukir.
Yeah,
How are
hi.
you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine too. So let's start the game.
Okay.
Let's say the three numbers. Do you want it to be still the same? 16, 17, 18.
Yeah, sure. 16, 17, 18.
Yeah. Okay. So let's fix the numbers, Aditya, until someone wants to change. So, and do you want to play or should I play?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I'll make 16 to 3 first.
3. Yeah, I guess I said that thing, right? It's a losing position. So yeah. Okay, I will make 17 to 16.
1 second.
I should have not given that hint. Shit.
No, it's fine. I'll still try to win.
Okay, yeah, try
Okay.
to.
18, 16. I'll make 3 to 2.
You'll make 3-2.
2.
Just a minute. 2, 16, 18, right? Okay. I will make 16 to 15.
Okay. Sixteen to 15. Okay. Okay, wait, just 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. Um, hmm.
Okay, I'll make 18 to 13.
I guess you know the strategy. Like,
Yeah, I know the
attacking-
strategy.
Okay, you know the strategy.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, did you figure it out or you saw it somewhere?
I've solved it before, and like the first time I played, I forgot the strategy, but then now I recalled it.
Okay, okay. So yeah, again, you are playing the correct move. So let me still try to see if you can get lost. So
Okay.
Aditya made 13 to 7. 13 to 7, yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Whew. It won't be nice to see myself losing, but fine. Like again, so it's a definite game, right? Like I can lose if played optimally.
Hmm.
Say
I'll make 15 to 5.
that's again a correct move. Let's make 7 to 6.
7 to 6. 2, 5, and 6. Okay. I'll make 5 to 4.
Okay. 1, 4, 6.
1, 4, 6. Okay. I'll make 6 to 5.
Okay, I guess you have the right strategy now. Let's still finish the game.
Okay.
So, make 5 to 3.
5 to 3. Okay. I'll make 4 to 2.
Okay, you have almost won. So, let's make. Okay, it has to end with me losing, but still let's finish it. So make 3 to 1. Now,
Make 2 to 0.
yeah, so you have won.
Yeah.
So, okay, before you say out the strategy, I guess let's not spoil the fun for everyone else. Would you like to try with n equal to 4?
Yeah, I can try.
Okay, nice. You probably have some, you probably got the strategy.
So will we do n equal to 4?
Yeah, n equal to 4.
Yeah, n equal to 4.
Yeah, do you want to say the starting numbers?
You can choose starting numbers. I'll say who'll start first.
Can we do the opposite way?
No, then you.
Let's do it. 15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay, I'll start first.
Okay.
Okay.
Whew.
Make 16 to 12.
Okay. Make 15 to 13.
It's okay if I take time, right?
Yeah, sure. I'm actually happy that you are like thinking and doing it out. 40. Like I didn't expected this to happen, but okay. So again, the first move was correct as well. So I'm still in the losing position.
17, 18.
So I've made it 13, 12, 17, 18, right? Yeah.
Okay. Make 18 to 16.
It's not fair, Suki. Uh, make 17 to 16.
Make 13 to 12.
Yeah, I guess now you can just play the double rule. So whatever I will make, you can make the pair of it to be that same number.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. So maybe I will make 3, 12, 16, 16.
Then I'll make it 3, 3, 16, 16.
Okay, so I accept my defeat at this point. Okay, let me just see. Okay, so Kirti is saying for n equal to e1, it's pretty easy. So we will come on to that. So okay, so Kirti, did you calculated the strategy yourself, or you had seen it beforehand?
I think I had developed part of it, but I think I might have referred to it. I mean, this was long back, so I'm not pretty sure. I might have referred it somewhere.
But okay, are you so okay? I would say that I'm using a code to get the optimal strategy. Are you using a code again to get the optimal move, or you are calculating it yourself?
No, I'm calculating it myself. Just pencil
I'm
paper.
not sure how calculating it could work, cause maybe I will get on to you like in chat, like personal chat, but because now if we speak it out, it might spoil the fun of it. But I'm definitely not sure how you can calculate it out. Like I know the strategy as well, but okay. So yeah, great work, Kirti. You did it correct. I'm happy to see that someone could defeat me. Yeah, thank you, Sukir. Yeah, let's move on to Kirti now.
Okay.
So yeah, Kirti, you now say that you can win with n equal to e1, right?
No, like one thing is it matters if the numbers are consecutive from the start, right?
Okay, so with 15, 16, 17, 18, you can win, is it?
Yeah, just like make two pairs of consecutive with one gap between them, like the lowest of the second consecutive and the highest of the first consecutive pair should have one gap.
Okay, just say me this thing. With 15, 16, 17, 18, you can win, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just play that game.
Okay.
So yeah, what's your first move?
Make okay. So okay. Okay, actually, I didn't pay attention to what Suki did. I was thinking about. So
I can see that you said for n equal to e0, n equal to e1.
no, it's easier than the odd one. It's easier than the odd one.
It's easier if you can solve it, right? Like if you can't solve either, then how is it easy?
Yeah, true.
Then both are same, right? Both are like invisible.
Yes. So,
But definitely I will get into depression with what happened 10 minutes back. Maybe I would have to crop this part from the recording.
yeah, lol.
Yeah, let's hope it does not happen once again. So yeah, Kirti, I am a bit motivated to defeat you. Come on,
Okay. Hmm.
I need to prove my point.
Okay, fine. Hmm.
I thought you had some strategy, right?
No. See, like the last moment, it's backfiring. Like I am trying to like think of a code like approach where to reach the specific endpoint, but there is always a catch.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, let's go 16 to um, hmm, 12, I guess.
No.
No, 12 or 30, I'm not sure. Which one.
Okay, decide it out.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to say 13? Okay.
Yeah, wait 1 minute. So it's 13. Okay, let's make it 30.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So okay, now I'm in a winning position.
Okay.
Maybe I will just yeah. Thank you, Aditya. Thanks a lot. I will just share my screen now to show my code. Like I won't show the code exactly so that because that will spoil the fun.
So wait, you're playing mind games with him to change 12 to 13?
No, I didn't play any mind game.
Okay. No, I was thinking when you're saying
I
12
knew
and
you had
13.
a code. Like I typed in chat if
Okay,
you
but
have
you
code.
said 13, right?
Yes.
So, okay, you can see my code, right, Kirti?
Yes.
Like you can see the terminal, right? So I
Yes.
would write 15, 13, 17, 18. Now this will tell me what's the move. Yeah, 14, 13, 17, 18. This is my move. Like I will decrease 15 by 1.
Okay.
Now,
So
like a code for it as well is pretty small. Like it's not that good big, but it's a bit hard to calculate on pen and paper. That's why I was wondering why, like how should it will be. Okay, I mean, yeah. That's you can say anything you are gonna lose.
okay, fine. 17 to 15, I guess.
Yeah, but you can just see how this code works. So yeah.
Okay, no, 17 to 16. Type 16.
Okay. Yeah. 14, 12, 16, 18. Like I will change 13 to 12.
Okay.
And by the way, I will just tell you what happens if I just put this thing. It's a losing position. Yeah, just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start. Yeah. So what was the last thing? 14, 13, 16, 18.
Yeah.
That's my move. 14, 12, 16, 18.
14, 12, 16, 18. Yeah. So 16 to 15.
12, 15, 18. Nice. Let's make 18 to 13. 14, 12, 15, 13. Yeah.
Okay, now we're back
It's
to
your turn.
consecutive. Okay. So it was it was 16 to 12, right? So 15, 15.
14, 12, 15, 13. Yeah. It will remake.
No, wait. Okay, still losing. Huh?
I was just saying that if that's what happened.
Okay.
So
So
14, 12, 15, 13 is a losing position. Discuss now.
okay, I'll try something. 13 to 9.
13 to 9.
Yeah.
Okay. 14, 12. Make 14 to 10. So 10, 12, 15, 9. Like, this is the strange part about this thing, that even if you see so many examples, you won't be able to figure it out. From just this thing itself, you can see, right, why it's so, like you guys have seen, you all have seen so many examples of this problem. Like what I am doing, you can see what I am doing. I'm saying like I'm also saying you what's the winning move and what's the losing move and all. Still, you won't be able to figure it out. Like, that's what I believe, you won't be able to figure it out. But if someone can,
Okay.
sure.
Okay, let's try 15 to 13.
Okay. Well, 13, right?
Yeah.
8, 12, 13, 9. I mean, I changed 10 to 2. Like again, I could not also figure out about the strategy. I had to see it somewhere. So it's a pretty out of the box thinking needed. I'm not sure how Suki figured it out. But yeah.
Come 12
on.
to 11.
Yeah, 12 to 11, right?
Yeah.
13 to 10. 8, 11, 10, 9. Let's make it a bit quick.
Okay, and so 11 to
Like
no,
anyways,
not 11, 9 to 5.
9 to 5, right?
Yeah.
That 8 to 4 is my move. Yeah, you can just see that the computer is playing in such a way that whatever you do, you will lose in the end.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying out about the power of computation and all. It's a small computation, but still, like you are playing with a computer, and irrespective of whatever you will do now, he will win. That's pretty amazing.
11 to 8.
Okay, 4, 8, 10, 5. My move is 10 to 9. 4, 8, 9, 5. Come on.
9 to 7.
4, 8, 7, 5. 7, 5. 8 to 6. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, you are gonna lose because you are playing against computer.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Like, even I am wondering how strange it is that the moves that will play be in such a way that in the end you yourself would say that I'm in a losing position. So it's a bit amazing if you think that way.
6 to 3.
Okay, the computer is giving answer instantaneously, Kirti. What are you doing? 1375.
7 to 6.
Yeah, 1365, right?
Yeah, 1365.
Okay, I made 120. 365.
3 to 1.
Okay, so 0, 1, 6, 5. 145.
5 to 3.
Okay, so 0, 4, 3. 5 to 3, right?
Yeah. So it doesn't become 0, 1, no.
0, 1, 2, 3. I guess it's quite similar to what we
Yeah.
started, but okay, fine.
Okay, at this point, yeah, obviously.
Okay, just play a some move. So let's.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, now it's.
Yeah, no, it's pretty.
Yep. Yep. Thank you, Kirti, for a good try, and great work, Sukirth, for proving me a bit wrong. But again, you had some reference, so like you didn't thought it from scratch. See, if someone can thought on this problem from scratch and get the solution, I would be pretty amazed. So yeah, you can DM me anytime if you think you have a solution. Does anyone from the team wants to try? Haricharan, Ayush, Anushka, Aditya, Abdullah. Oh, I thought Mantra would be trying to say it, but fine. If you want to try, you can raise your hand. Aditya, like you are a master, you don't want to try?
I haven't figured out the logic yet, and I don't want to get bullied by a computer. So.
Oh, you figured out a logic?
No, I haven't figured out one.
Okay, you don't. You haven't. Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, so it's a nice thing, right? If you haven't figured out the logic, then it's better to be silent.
I just get bullied by the computer. So.
Yeah, yeah, true. Okay. Yeah, so maybe I guess okay, I have to leave for another meeting. Okay. With any number of files on DM. Okay. Yeah, sure. So I would definitely try to make you lose in some other game. I would try to come up with another game some other day. But okay, guys, yeah, it was a bit fun to play the game with you all. Yeah, sadly, it's up. We are up with the time, and we have to end the meet now. But I hope you all enjoyed the game and you got to learn something about the code forces and contest part as well. Like that was the main thing. It got a bit distracted, but okay, fine. If you guys enjoyed, then that's what we want. So okay, guys, thanks a lot to all of you for being with us. We would end the meet now. Yeah. Bye bye.